So foodies, episode 5 and last, but not least, let's make the last episode. Today we're gonna make, for this last very item, we're gonna make a nice, very lovely mangoes chili sauce. I came up with this recipe after watching one of Janie Oliver's chili sauce recipes about almost a year ago. And I don't know if you guys know, but I have a mango tree at home, and when you have so many mangoes you start getting creative because you don't know what the hell to do with them, and it does get tiring, even though it is my favorite fruit. So this recipe can be done on a saucepan very easily, and that's how Janie Oliver does it. But behind here I have one of the toys that I'm going to introduce you to, and that's R2D2. This is a robot that does everything for me. It cooks, it steams, it chops, it liquidizes, it does pretty much everything. And it's not as fancy as the brand we've all come to know, but it is a quarter of the price. And it does basically every single thing that that brand makes. So why pay 4 times more when you can have R2D2 here? But I'll talk about him further on the year, and I'll introduce you properly, and I'll show you everything that this beautiful machine can do. And the reason why I'm doing it here is because of the high sugar contents this recipe has. I basically don't want it to burn, and this will absolutely do everything for me. So if it makes it easier, why not use it? If you don't have a robot, then you'll need to adapt the recipe to a saucepan. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Here we go, guys. So we open R2D2, and basically I'm going to throw in 2 onions, 2 white onions, which I've roughly chopped. I didn't even need to do that because the machine is going to chop them up for me anyway, but I just like doing it. And then I'm going to throw in 10 cloves of garlic. In they go. As you know, chili and garlic are super best friends. And then, for perfume reasons, I'm going to add this chunk of fresh ginger into the mix. I'm going to close it up, and we're going to chop everything up. So everything's been chopped up nicely, nice and thin, and now we're going to add olive oil. Good generous drizzle of olive oil, because we need to cook those veg, okay? For that I'm going to add the little butterfly utensil, which basically is going to go around, avoiding everything to stick at the bottom, and move it around and ensure everything gets fried nicely. I'm going to do that for about 30 minutes at 75 degrees, in this case at the lowest movement, okay? We don't want to chop it anymore, it's just going to move slowly. Half an hour, make it nice and soft, all those vegetables, and then we'll carry on adding more ingredients. So I've actually paused it at 15 minutes because the veg are more or less okay now. I'm going to put up the temperature to 80 degrees, and then I'm going to add 2 more things to start cooking those as well. First things first is the star of the show, which is this lovely mango. This mango is from my tree, as I said before. When I had tons of them, I chopped them up and I bagged them and then froze them. It's super fresh, it's mine, it's organic, so why not use it? So that's gonna go in, so we can start cooking and releasing those flavors. And then we've got another thing that I've grown myself, which are my chilies. I've made them into a paste with olive oil, and those need to be cooked so we can start releasing all those flavors and beautiful aromas. So they're going to cook together with the onion, with the garlic and the ginger, and they're going to be cooking for another 15 minutes, as I said, at 80 degrees, and then we'll see how we're getting on. So last part, now we season and we add more liquid and more flavor to this already wonderful chili sauce. So first things first, salt. We do need a bit of seasoning, and I'm going to use white pepper in this case. Perfect. And then the last two ingredients. I'm going to use a cup of apple vinegar to give it tanginess and add to that fruitiness. And then we're going to add orange juice, and this is freshly squeezed orange juice, also local oranges, and I also know they're ecological and have no pesticides or anything because they come from the farm of a friend of mine who lives up in Fataga. So Ricky, thank you my love, they're beautiful and I'm still eating them, and I still have them. This is also going to add more fruitiness, more sweetness, to counteract both the chili, the spiciness, and also the vinegar. We're going to cook it for a further 20 minutes at 95 degrees, and then we'll see what we have. We're finished. It's cooked. Well, finished. Not quite. But look at it. So beautifully come together. And the taste. I've gone all black. No, now I haven't. Yeah, beautifully, super fruity. You got the tanginess of the vinegar, you got the fruitness of the orange juice and the mango. You can really feel the mango, and then you've got that beautiful sensation of burn. Not too much, just enough in the end. Now we blitz it, bottle it, and that is it. The series is over. I'm going to use these beautiful, I'm going to recycle these beautiful bottles, or gin bottles, which I'm going to then cork. I'm going to put a label on them, and a little label as well with what it is and the date, so it doesn't stand too long in the fridge. And that's it, guys. My Christmas series is over. I hope you've enjoyed it. Obviously, if you like the videos, it'd be great if you could just like them and hit the button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I hope you've had a brilliant Christmas with your family and friends. I'll see you very shortly with new videos and new ideas that I'm gonna have. Take care, foodies.